Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing this fun look that I've created, and I guess let's just get started. So right now I'm going to do my foundation routine, and I'm just using the L'Oreal True Match in the lightest shade, I believe. I believe it's the fairest shade in the neutral range, so I'm just applying that, and then I'm using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender sponge, which is damp, to blend that all out. And I know it looks very light on me right now, but trust me, it all comes together in the end, and it'll match my neck, so just wait for that. And right now I'm using my NARS concealer in Chantilly. I'm obsessed with this concealer. It is the best concealer ever. I have dry skin and I thought it wouldn't work for me, but it does. So after applying that, I'm going to use my Real Techniques sponge again and just blend that out. Now I'm using my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Powder, and it's just a translucent powder. Then I'm using this fluffy brush to just pack that under my eye, because I guess technically you could call this the baking technique, but I just find it easier to use it like this and then use a different brush to do the rest of my face. So now I'm using that different e.l.f. brush. It's the flat powder brush, I believe that's what it is. Just using that to go around my face with some more powder and then blending the other stuff off. Now I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Setting Spray, and I love it. Then I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte in, I don't know what shade, but I will list it down below. But I'm just using this to kind of contour / bronze my face, but I'm going to go in with another bronzer, which is the SmashBox Bronzer, which I believe is discontinued right now, so sorry about that, guys. But I'm just using that flat powder brush from e.l.f. again to do some bronzer. Now I'm doing my brows, and this is sped up just because I'm going to make another video on it, but right now I just haven't made that video yet. But I will be doing a video soon. I'm just taking a Makeup Geek eyeshadow, or not Makeup Geek, Morphe eyeshadow in Trouble right now, and I'm just lightly putting that through my brows. I really have changed up how I like doing my brows. I don't really do the whole harsh full-on brow anymore with my dip brow. I just use an eyeshadow and then I go through it with a setting gel. Sorry for my sickness, guys. Then I'm going to take my spoolie and run that through them just to comb the shadow through. Then I'm taking the L'Oreal Brow Stylist gel, I'm not sure what it's actually called, but I'm just taking the darkest color that they have to run that through my brows. And I really like to use it to push up my brows in the front and then like kind of comb them over on the sides. Now I'm taking this MAC Ready to Party eyeshadow, and I'm just using this as my highlighter. And I do use my setting spray just to dampen it a little bit so it's a little more intense. I'm just taking this on my cheekbones, a little bit above my eyebrows, a tiny bit on my forehead and chin, and then I'm bringing it down my nose as well. And on my Cupid's bow, of course. Then I'm taking this Hard Candy eyeshadow in Slow and Ready, and I'm using this as a highlighter too, just to intensify it a little bit. But I'm not using this wet or damp, I guess you could say. I'm just barely putting it on my face. Then taking it a little under my eyebrow and on the inner of my eyes. Then I'm going to be taking this blending brush. I'm not sure where I got it, but I'm taking some of that Rimmel Stay Matte powder and putting that into my crease. As well as putting it under my eye a little bit too, just to start the whole transition of my eyeshadows. Now I am taking this Morphe eyeshadow, and I'm not sure what it's called either. I can't really see it on the camera, but I'm going to be listing it down below as well. This I'm just taking on a fluffy brush, and I am going to be putting that in my crease, on the outer and the inner, more so pigmented on the outer and the inner, because I kind of wanted this to be a halo kind of eye. So I'm just putting most of the product on the inner and the outer corner and then blending it into my crease as well. And I am also putting this under my eye. Be sure to blend this out very, very, very well because this is a pink eyeshadow and it is very pigmented, so you don't want to just have it very blotchy and not blended out, otherwise it's going to look very strange. But I mean, if that's what you want to rock, you go girl, I don't even care. Go for it. Then I am taking a deeper plum shade and I'm going to be doing the same exact thing with that, just using a smaller brush so we can get more precise with where we want the darker color to be. And now if you look, I'm just putting it in the outer crease. I'm putting it in the outer and the inner. And then I'm going to blend it into my crease when I don't have as much product on the brush. This will ensure that it's not just going to look muddy or we have too much color on our eyelids. And if you see how I'm holding my brush, it's tilted at a different angle, and that is to make sure that we still have that cut crease, because if you just dab it straight into your eye on a straight angle, it's going to kind of defeat the purpose of getting that cut crease kind of look. Now I'm going to take my Nude'Tude palette from TheBalm, and I'm taking this black and this dark brown shade, and I'm going to use that same brush and just put it into the outer corner and a little bit underneath the outer corner of my eye on the bottom. And you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm also going to be taking a bigger blending brush or fluffy brush and just blending that out. And if you see, I'm going in circles towards my eye and circles on the outer of my eye, and that's to make sure that it's blended in both areas, outer and on the top and the inner. And you can just keep packing on as much color as you want for the depth of darkness, but I didn't want it to be too dark, but I didn't want it to be too light. I still wanted to get that dark shadow effect, so I added a little bit more. And just make sure you blend, blend, blend when you're using dark colors like this. Now taking that MAC Ready to Party shade again, I am going to be first putting down my Milk pencil from NYX on the inner corner. Actually, not right now. I'm taking this flat brush, which I think is from Bare Essentials. I could be wrong, but I think that's where it's from. I'm using that L'Oreal setting spray, and I'm going to pack that on the top of my lid just for a little extra pop of dimension. I felt like I needed something on my eyelid, so I'm just popping that on the top, and it gives you a little shimmer. And after that is when I'll be using the Milk from NYX Cosmetics and putting that in my inner corner, just so when we put that shade on there, it'll be very, very bright. And for some reason, I really, really like the bright inner corner when I'm doing fun looks like this. I feel like it just pulls it all together. Now is me going in with that shadow, Ready to Party from MAC, just popping it on the inner corner, making sure to keep it very bright and very nice. And now I'm taking these eyelashes that I got from iKate House, and I'm not sure which brand or style they are, but I will put that in the down bar. And now before applying those, I'm going to be curling my lashes just so that when I put the eyelashes on, I really won't have to curl them as much, but I do end up going in and curling them afterwards. So now I just used my eyelash glue, which is the Aloe one. I'm not sure what brand it is. It might be Ardell, but I'm using this Aloe eyelash glue and I really, really like it. I just tried it out for the first time today and I'm loving it. It dries very, very quickly and it doesn't really give that shiny glue dryness kind of thing afterwards. Now I'm just using these really like teensy tiny tweezers that are very sharp, so just be careful if you're using these kind of tweezers to be very careful so you don't poke your eye. And of course I'm jamming out, of course. Gotta listen to some music while I'm doing my makeup. And now see, this is where I'm curling my eyelashes just to give that extra curl and make sure my real eyelashes are blended in with the fake ones. So now I'm taking this Jordana Cosmetics black eyeliner, I'm just putting that on my tight line so that you can't really see that white kind of skin tone shade where my tight line is. And now I'm taking this Beige Cosmetics blush palette and I'm taking the kind of shimmery pale purpley pink and popping that on my cheeks. Not a lot though, I didn't want a lot of blush just because the eyes are so pink already. Now I'm taking my Maybelline Lash Discovery Mascara, and I'm just popping that on the top and bottom of my lashes. I would have added the clip of me putting on my bottom lashes, but it took me very long because I was very picky about my eyelashes this day, so excuse that for not being in the video, but you probably wouldn't want to sit through it anyways. And now, thinking about the lip color, I just decided to go for a pinky nude kind of shade, and I got this NARS lipstick for my birthday from Sephora in a little 2-pack, and it's the mini one. So I wanted to have that today because it was a very nice pink shade, and I felt it went with this look very well. I'm just using a Jordana Cosmetics lip pencil. I'm not sure what shade it is, but of course I will link it down below, as always. And yes, I do overline my lips a little bit, just a little bit. And now, this is the NARS little lip pencil that I'm using, and I really like this shade. It's very nice. It's very natural, but it gives you very nice color to your lips. Now I'm just taking any powder brush and I'm just blending out that blush and the bronzer, and now I'm taking a smaller kind of contour type brush and I'm using this Morphe shade from their eyeshadows, and I'm just kind of using this to contour my cheeks because I didn't feel like whipping out my palette of contour shade and it was just too much work, so I used this eyeshadow and it actually really worked pretty well. And then putting that down my nose a little bit and under my lip just to give me that extra pout. And now just blending it all out, gotta make sure it's nice. And that was a finished look, so this is that, and this is the new look that I came up with, and I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe or comment,